After my father passed away, I'd say there was a good 6-month time frame of extreme struggle. I was only 17 years old. For a good 6 months, I didn't eat. If I did eat, it made me sick. I suffered from migraines. I would close myself up in my room and not talk to anybody and just really close myself off. There was an organization in Chattanooga, and it's still here to this day, called the Emmaus Community. A friend of mine asked me if I wanted to go, and I said yes. All I knew was that I was going to go to a campground, and I was going to learn about God. I joke, at that time, they ran out of tissues that weekend because of how much I cried. And I joke that they ran out of food, but they didn't. But I seriously gained 10 pounds that week because I was finally able to eat and to keep the food inside of me. It was just that moment of He has every need that I ever need taken care of. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to have anxiety over it. I don't have to stress out. I don't have to worry and feel like the outcast that I don't have a father. Those stresses are gone from me now because I have this Heavenly Father that is going to meet all of those needs for me. While he did pass away of cancer, he chose not to tell anyone in the family that he had cancer. So I had no idea that this was coming. My dad had been my comedic relief. He'd been my rock. He'd been the person that I stayed up late watching Saturday Night Live with. He was an incredible jokester. And so for me, it felt like a part of me was missing because I didn't have that same laughter and that same connection with someone else. I don't know the full story of why my father chose not to tell us of his cancer, but understanding who he was, I choose to believe that he did not want us all gathered around him wondering if each breath was his last. My sister had literally just gotten married a month prior, and I think my parents really just wanted us to celebrate what was going on in our lives at that time, and they didn't want us to be sad and to be mourning. It's really hard to keep that type of a secret when there are ambulances and fire trucks and police officers in your front yard with their sirens. And well, they didn't have their sirens going, but with their lights going. I could see what was playing out. I didn't understand it because it was 4 o'clock in the morning and my mind wasn't fully engaged. I was just told that it was a heart attack, which we still believe was actually what occurred. That the pain of the cancer caused such a strain on his body that he did actually have a heart attack, but the root cause of it all was the cancer that he had had. I can understand why they kept it from me up until the point that he passed away. After he passed away, I wish that I had known the truth because it would have helped me make sense of what happened. I didn't find out until I was in my 30s what actually happened. My father was 41 when he passed away, so he was very young. And then my mother passed away at age 62. So, I never expected to be what the world would consider an orphan at the age of 33. But, again, it's that constant reminder that as a child of God, I'm never an orphan.
If this story inspired you, take the steps to change your life. The first step is always to say, Jesus, help me. Come On, Let's Go distributes hundreds of similar stories of lives changed by Jesus Christ. If you want to be part of this vision, go.